everyone, and welcome back to Playtime with Dolphy and to this year's cozy games that I've played in 2025. So, if you've been subscribed to me for a while, I did do this kind of video last year. So if you haven't had a chance to see that video, please be sure to check it out so you can just kind of see what all I played in 2024, and now you're getting to see what all I've played in 2025. So I'm not listing every single game that I have played for the first time in 2025, only the games that I guess qualify as cozy games. So yeah, some of these images really didn't take to the whole square images that well. And unfortunately I have to keep it on square images because if I make them bigger, then I have to keep like scrolling on the screen, and unfortunately you will see ads because yeah, there's ads on this site, and I wanted to make sure that I zoomed in to block them out. So yeah, we're just going to be making do with the square images. So I will have 5 categories that I will be placing these games in. So cozy. These are the coziest of the cozy. The best cozy games that I have played this year that honestly helped me relax the most. Pretty cozy. These games were pretty cozy, but there were maybe a few complaints that I had or a few things that maybe bugged me about them, but overall, really nice, relaxing games. Could be cozier. So, could be cozier. Yeah, this category is, yeah, I enjoyed the game. It did help me relax, but there were maybe things that made me not play it for as long of play sessions, or maybe I didn't play it as frequently. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Meh games, well, I played them. I didn't per se maybe enjoy them all that much, but I didn't totally hate them. I feel like maybe they had the groundwork of a good game in there, but maybe there were things that kind of interfered with that, just in my opinion. Again, don't bash me for this list because these are just my personal opinions on these games and just my personal experiences on these games. And then the not cozy category. Again, don't bash me for any games that I place in this category. These are just games that I personally did not find cozy or relaxing, just because of nitpicks that I personally had with them. So I will be ranking these games based on my personal enjoyment, accessibility features, as I am disabled and I do have issues with my hands and with mobility, and just other things that I maybe liked or disliked about the game. So let's go ahead and delve into this. I will not be ranking these in order that I've played them because I honestly don't remember what the first game was I played this year, etc., etc. So we're just going to go on down the line. Fabledom. This actually was a game that was recently gifted to me by my mom, and so this kind of was the cozy game to close out this year. This game was very, very, very relaxing so far. I've only played it for probably, I don't know, 3 hours or so, maybe. So I'm not super far into it. So far, I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed the graphics. I think that the controls are pretty easy, and the fact that you can remap them is definitely nice, and I do wish more games had that often forgotten accessibility feature of remapping. It's been really fun. It does get a little overwhelming because I feel like you can't really create a very aesthetically pleasing kingdom at times, simply because you have to keep building more and more and more houses and more and more and more production buildings. I know there is a way to upgrade things, but I don't seem to have unlocked it as of yet. I'll have to check online for that. So my kingdom just keeps growing and growing, and I did have somewhat of a nice layout at first, but now it's just sprawling. So, yeah. I also don't like that you can't really move a building once it has an extension or once it has employees employed at it. So just little nitpicks. Overall, I'm going to go with pretty cozy for Fabledom. Tiny Books Up. I have gotten actually quite a few hours of enjoyment out of this game, and I'm actually debating doing a Let's Play series on it in the coming year. I have really enjoyed it. I feel like there's a lot of content in it, and if you're a book lover like I am, it seriously is just so relaxing to be able to run your own little bookshop, decorate your little mobile bookshop. The characters are so lovable, adorable, and full of personality. There's a lot of side quests and things to do in the game. I love the hand-drawn, like, sort of watercolor aesthetic to it. I really don't have any complaints about this game. It has been very, very fun, great accessibility, because it can be pretty much played entirely with a mouse, and I just really love everything that the game has to offer. This is one of my favorites of 2025, so I'm going to go with So Cozy for Tiny Bookshop. Berry Berry Festival. I actually did a full playthrough of this on my YouTube channel. Check it out when you get a chance to. This was a really fun, lesser known indie game that I stumbled across and was able to actually finish in one gameplay session. It's really fun and heartwarming. It's a cute little adventure game where you play as a little girl who is intent on helping get everything gathered and together for a festival in their town called the Berry Berry Festival. There's a lot of really cute, fun little mini games. I didn't really find too many accessibility issues with them. Maybe with one I had issue with, but it was still somewhat doable. And I really love the graphics, the soundtrack, and the characters. It's just a really cute, bite-sized adventure. So I'm going to go with So Cozy for Berry Berry Festival. Old Market Simulator. This is a recent game that I got for mainly co-op play with me and Sato. It's been actually really, really fun to delve into. They've been adding more and more content to it, so for those who maybe played it or maybe avoided playing it, and there wasn't a lot of content early on, they are adding more, and there seems to be more of a story mode with quests in it now. There's different settings for you to set up your market in, and I honestly find it really relaxing just running my own market and getting to decorate everything. I don't really have a lot of complaints about this game, as it is very early access, and I want to give them a chance to fully iron out things. I do feel like it could have more content, but at the same time, I feel like every update that comes out introduces a lot. So, if you're into cozy simulators or cozy market type games, definitely check out Old Market Simulator. So that will be So Cozy for me. Chill Fox. This actually was a game I received for free by the dev. This was really, really, really a fun game. I mean, it's a cute little adventure / stealth game where you play as a fox and you have to steal eggs and chickens from these different farms. The levels get progressively harder, but I really didn't run into anything too frustrating, as they do give you a very large area and there are plenty of opportunities to sneak past the humans and the dogs or whatever else is around. There's also little hidden things to find in each level, as well as golden eggs. All in all, a really, really fun game. I don't really have any complaints about it, and I did find it really fun. There is some jankiness with the graphics, but I think that adds to some of its charm. So I'm going to go for So Cozy for Chill Fox. Trinkleby. Trinkleby has been a game that I have sunk a lot of hours into, like a ton of hours. I actually received it through a giveaway from Nostalgic, so thank you again so much, Nostalgic, for granting me the opportunity to play this game. It had been a wishlist title of mine for a while, but I just never got around to buying it due to mainly financial issues, because it just never quite went on sale for a price that I could fit into my budget. But it's been really nice getting to play it. And for anyone who really loves the idea of a virtual dollhouse, I highly recommend this game. There's been a lot of complaints that I've seen in the community that there's really not a lot to do in this game, or that it's too slow-paced or boring. And I guess my advice for people that say those things is maybe this just isn't the type of game for you. It is slow-paced. People may find it boring because it is literally a decorating game. You decorate houses to unlock more virtual, adorable little doll characters, and that's literally the game. It's just a collect-a-thon decorated game, but it is very relaxing and comfy for people who are into decorating games or virtual doll houses, which I totally am. So that gets a So Cozy vote for me as well. Cozy Keep. Okay, this game I have sunk a lot of hours into. I don't feel like enough people know about this game. It is another market simulator type game, but it is also kind of an adventuring game too. You play as a adventurer slash tavern keeper slash innkeeper who takes over this little tavern slash inn, and you have to kind of renovate it and do side quests and gather things. And it does have some combat in it, but I personally didn't have any issues with the combat. It was very easy. The graphics are very charming. The soundtrack is really nice. There are a lot of side quests to do, a lot of objects to unlock, to sell. The crafting is easy to understand. It does have some performance issues though, and I have a pretty high-powered laptop, and I did experience some overheating, as well as some lag in the game. So I'm factoring that into my rating of it. All in all, it is a really fun game. The only other complaint that I personally have with Cozy Keep would be the fact that some of the customers are kind of hard to please. They will request items sometimes that you either don't have access to yet, or items that are really difficult to make. So I don't know, maybe that's been corrected in future patches. This is a early access title, so you know, I know that there's going to be more updates, but this gets a pretty cozy ranking from me. And then there is Merchant 64. This is a really lesser known indie title with traditional N64 style graphics, really colorful, really bright. So if you're into that aesthetic, you'll definitely love this game. You play as a adorable little merchant in training who has to kind of get your shop up and running. There's a lot of upgrades in this game. There's different maps. The game is best suited for bite-sized play sessions, as each day really doesn't take very long at all to complete. And to my knowledge, there's like 2 or 3 different endings. I kind of stopped playing, so I never went back to get one of the other endings. But I should boot it up again, and I might even be covering it on my channel. So this is a really fun game. I really don't have any complaints about it. I guess the one complaint I would have is I do wish that maybe there was a DLC that added more areas to the game, as I would love to see this become more of a full-fledged merchant game instead of just a bite-sized adventure. I guess that's just a personal complaint that I have. So I guess this will get a pretty cozy rating from me. Cauldron Kids. Oh, my opinion on this game is gonna get me some hate. This was a highly hyped game of mine. I was so excited when I saw this game announced. Followed development, bought it like in, I think, the summer sale. Saved it in my like Steam library until like, I forget if I played it in September or October, one of those months. Did a full let's play on one of the goals routes, because there's 2 different goals in the game, and they both have different gameplay routes. So I played as one goal. This was not my cup of tea. I guess I was thinking it was more of like an RPG Maker style, like cute adventure Halloween game. I guess that's on me. I should have done more research instead of just like, I should have looked at I try not to look at other people's Let's Plays of games because I want to go into them blind, but in this case I wish I had. But I'm also happy at the same time that I bought the game, because I still supported the dev. Even if the game wasn't my cup of tea, I still supported the dev, so I'm happy about that. Mini games. That is that is what sums this game up. It's literally mini games from start to finish. At least that's how it was playing as the one goal. Maybe the other goal isn't as much, but I think they're both the same. I did have issues with almost every mini game in the game, and I believe I had them on. I think I had it on the easy setting, which is like the accessibility setting. I don't do well with mini games. For people who maybe have arthritis in their hands, or Ehlers-Danlos like I do, or just experience hand cramping, or just issues with their hands, I don't think a game full of mini games is really the right choice. I'm happy that I supported the dev, but this is gonna get a pass for me. This is gonna get a not cozy because I personally didn't really get any enjoyment from the game. I loved the graphics and the soundtrack and the characters and all that. Did I have fun playing it? No, I didn't. I didn't have really any fun playing it. But that's on me. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. This is a huge comfort game for me. Sato bought it for me back in January when I had the flu, and that game pretty much single-handedly got me through the worst of the flu. I have covered it a few times on my channel, including a let's play on passing through the first island. I mean the first section of the islands. I've done decorating videos on it. It's just really fun. It's really fun decorating the houses for the other villagers to get them to move in. It's really fun decorating your own house. The side quests are really cute. I basically find it to be a less overwhelming Disney Dreamlight Valley, because Disney Dreamlight Valley always just really overwhelmed me. So yeah, this game has been a lot of fun for me. And I mean, if you're a lover of Sanrio or just a lover of cozy life sims, definitely check it out. I've heard it has one of the best co-op modes, but I have yet to play that because Sato still hasn't bought it, so hopefully he will soon. But yeah, I just really love Hello Kitty Island Adventure, so yeah, this is gonna get a so cozy vote from me. Make room! This is another decorating game that I recently got, and I have had a lot of enjoyment. I've covered a few different, I think I've done 4 videos on it, decorating houses and stuff. You can decorate 4 different things in it, like a house, an RV, a boat, and a yard. So it has more than just houses to decorate. I love decorating games. And I love the chubby, chunky graphical style of this. Everything's highly customizable. You can change the colors and patterns of everything. I do wish there were more patterns available, but hopefully those get added in new updates. There's really just a lot of creative freedom that the game gives you, and I do love that they come out with seasonal updates with each new season coming to pass, really giving you an incentive to dive in and create more themed rooms. There's even a prompt system in there, so if you're brain dead on creating a room, it will give you a prompt to work with. So this gets a so cozy vote from me. Petite Island, I know that this game did not get some of the best reviews, and some people bashed it, and I find that kind of sad. I received a key for this from the dev for free, and I really enjoyed it. This past summer, I covered a lot of cozy adventure games, and this was one of the ones that I covered. Petite Island it's just a really wholesome, relaxing, feel-good type of adventure game. There's different mounts that you can unlock that are just adorable. There was literally a banana alpaca. How do you hate a game that has a banana alpaca in it? It's just really lovely, and it's a great collectathon, and the characters, and I'm so sorry you guys, that is just my phone going off. The characters and graphics are just so cute, and it's just a really relaxing game, and definitely check it out if you get a chance to. So this definitely gets a so cozy rating from me. Oh, you guys had to stop my recording for just a minute. Call of Boba is the next game up, and so a funny story about this game, I bought this game, and then I didn't know that in my email was a key from the dev for this game. So I ended up giving out my spare key that I got from the dev as part of a giveaway, and yeah. So Call of Boba is another game I've really enjoyed. It is a cute game in which you play the most adorable little bird who basically is trying to won the grandfather's boba sop and restore it to its glory, while also trying to uncover more of their grandfather's memories. It's a very touching game. It does deal with sensitive issues such as memory loss, dementia, and Alzheimer's disease. So it brings awareness to those issues. It in a very wholesome way. It is a tearjerker, and it is just a really soft, sweet game. It has amazing pixel art, and I feel like this game's just not getting enough attention. However, my one complaint is in terms of accessibility. In order to get ingredients for your bubble sop, you can either buy them, grow them, or play this mini game every night, which thankfully the mini game is skippable. But it gets tedious, and if you have issues with reflexes, it's doubly tedious, because it's basically like a bullet hell type mini game. So I'm not gonna dock points though from this game for that, because it is skippable and it's not a necessity. So I'm gonna give it a so cozy rating. Everhome. This is a game that I don't feel like I've really devoted enough time to, and I need to actually correct that in the coming year. This is a really cozy yet creepy and darker take on a farming game. You start the game with actually a somewhat dark and creepy intro, and are just kind of whisked away to this strange world. You don't really know exactly what is going on, but there seems to be something just below the surface. Everything presents itself as very wholesome and sweet and nice, but there's always that like lingering feeling that something is very wrong and dark in this world, and I can't wait to delve more in and find out about it. It has amazing pixel art. The accessibility in it is really, really nice. I haven't run into any issues. I just don't really have any complaints in this game. It is a very unique, cozy game, so this gets a so cozy rating from me. Magical Greenhouse. This is a game that I actually received for free, and I really had a lot of fun playing this. It is very, very colorful, bright, and pastel. If you're into like the 80s or 90s Sojo aesthetic, this game is for you. You're basically like a witch taking care of your own greenhouse of magical ingredients. You have an adorable cast of characters to talk to every day and gain friendship with and do mini quests for. The crafting really isn't all that bad, and it does set up like a really comfortable and relaxing cycle of growing your crops, making potions, buying more crops and upgrades, and it's just really relaxing. And I don't have any complaints because it doubles as either like an idle type game because you can just do it in the background while doing stuff, or more of an active type game. So yeah, definitely get a so cozy rating from me on that game as well. Next game is Kitten Food Alley. This actually is a game that I received a key for free from, I'm going blank on the name, from Kitamori Plays. From Kitamori Plays. Kitamori Plays is also the one who gave me a key to Magical Greenhouse. Just to let you all know, I just was going completely blank on the name. It's Kitamori Plays, but yeah. Kitten Food Alley, I actually had a lot of fun playing. I did a video on it. It is a very cute, relaxing, little idle / active type game in which you're in charge of these different restaurants, and you're in charge of employing them and attracting either kitties or puppies, or I'm sure there's other animals involved as well, to your shop. Each animal wants or likes certain things, so you have to kind of change the ingredients to try to attract the most animals to the restaurant in question. It also has a really cute system in which you try to make it more efficient as an idle type game by the placement of the petting of the employees. So petting them basically motivates them to work. So you try to place the hands in the most efficient locations to get the most efficient petting. So it's a very adorable little game. I don't really have any complaints about it. It's very, very cute. I love the little graphics. So this gets a So Cozy rating. Ooh, So Cozy is actually growing pretty big. Next is Garden Trails, a game in which you are a peep. And if you know me, I love a good peep game. So I actually covered this past summer. Was it this past spring? Okay, I think it was this past spring actually. I did a video on Garden Trails. It's a really adorable game, an adventure slash collectathon, which I love those types of games so much if you haven't already guessed. In which you play as a little baby board, or little, maybe not baby board, but young board, who has to go and repair things around the garden and also do side quests for the different boards and characters that you come across. There was some platforming elements in the game, but I didn't find anything too frustrating. Try again, and you will succeed because everything's pretty doable in this game with some practice. You can dress up your little peep, which is adorable. You can recolor the accessories that you put on them. It has a lot of customization, and there was just a lot of secrets to discover and things to do. You can also plant your own plants and flowers, and when you plant them, each one will have different effects. You can use the flowers themselves for platforming, or even be launched out of them like a cannon. All in all, an adorable game. Love the characters, soundtrack, and graphics. This definitely gets a So Cozy rating from me. One of my favorites from 2025. Kabuto Park. If you, like me, love insects, or you caught a lot of bugs as a kid, or you still like catching a lot of bugs, or you just have pet bugs, or you just like bugs, Kabuto Park is definitely the game for you. You play as a kid who tries to create a team of battling bugs, Pokemon style, to face them off against other people's bugs. It will take trial and error in order to create the perfect team. Some bugs are better at being speedy, some are better at being defensive, some are just better at attacking really strongly. So there is a lot of strategy involved. There's a lot of people to face, actually, other kids to face. There's a lot of insect types to catch. There's a lot of upgrades to help you get the whale insects in the game. I was so excited when I finally got an orchid mantis in the game because I absolutely love mantises, and they are hands down a dream pet of mine, the orchid mantis. So yeah, this definitely gets a So Cozy rating from me. Again, another favorite of mine from 2025. I cannot make out the title on this game. As a book bound? I think it's book bound. Let me actually look in my library and see, because I can't make it out. Yes, it is book bound. Okay. Bookbound is another game that if you enjoy reading or books, or you like Tiny Bookshop, it is another game in which you run your own books up. This is not a mobile one this time, though. This is an actual brick and mortar style bookshop that you have to run, order books for, and try to sell things to people. It is really cozy and cute, adorable pixelated graphics, and it's just really relaxing. It is a lot more of a smaller scope game than Tiny Bookshop. There's less to do, but for those who might be overwhelmed by everything going on in Tiny Bookshop, this could be a better choice. So I will recommend very highly Bookbound to those who enjoy books and simulation games. SOPA, Tale of the Stolen Potato. I actually did a video covering this on my channel. This was a really, really, really adorable game. I always love seeing games cover other mythologies, folklores, and cultures, and this one's no exception. Really cute and adorable story. It actually feels at times like you're playing through a cartoon or through like a Pixar movie. The graphics are just amazing. It did have some optimization issues. I did actually experience a little bit of lag in the game and some overheating, but overall I was playing it on high. So if I had probably put it down a notch, maybe that wouldn't have been an issue. Um, it is a really adorable game. It's an adventure style game, and it does have some mini games from what I saw, like the rafting mini game, but that was actually pretty easy, and it's pretty easy to get through. It's just optionally you try to catch some, clothes on the way, and I think I missed a couple pieces of clothes, but again, they're optional. There was a lot to do in the game. They're all side quests to do, and it's just really lovable. And this is one of those whale games that actually had me laughing a lot. I loved the humor in the game, and that is pretty whale for me. So this is gonna get a so cozy rating for me as well. Easy Delivery Co. Um, this game is kind of hard to describe. It's a cozy game in which you're delivering things, you're delivering orders to different people, you're getting to know them, getting to know their backstories, and you're also unlocking different areas to go to. So it sounds cozy, right? Relaxing, right? Only there's a constant sense of like dread in the background, and it really gives me Silent Hill feelings from it. It's like if Animal Crossing New Horizons and Silent Hill had a baby, it would be Easy Delivery Co. in my opinion. It is very cute. I love the graphics. The radio stations in the game that serve as the soundtrack, the side quests that I've come across so far, and I love that sense of foreboding that's ever present. I really feel like there's a lot to unpack in the story as you go along, and I can't wait to see what else is in store. I love this recent trend of darker cozy games because, as someone who enjoys some of the darker themes that there are present, it's a smorgasbord for me because I'm getting to enjoy cozy games while also enjoying darker themes. So this gets a so cozy rating. Well, so far there hasn't been much under the anything under could be cozy or meh. I mean, I could maybe just like put Cauldron Codes Kids on no meh instead of not cozy because I did like the graphics and everything about the game, just not the gameplay. So I'll put it on no meh. Okay, Apico, a game in which you literally take care of bees, which is adorable. You are in charge of building your own apiaries, discovering new kinds of bees, breeding bees, and you can decorate, you can build things in the game, you can craft, there's side quests. It has really adorable pixel art in which everything's super tiny. It's just really cute. They did come out with a new game the devs did called, I think it's called Mudborn, which is like I guess a play on words, the whole Mudborn, and it's basically the same thing, only you take care of frogs. I haven't gotten that game yet. I'm hoping to soon. But yeah, Apico is super adorable, so that definitely gets a so cozy review from me. The Shape of Things. This is gonna be another game that's gonna go in the meh pile. I actually covered. I I think it was in August. I want to say it was in August. I covered games similar to like unpacking or things in which games in which you manipulate or move objects or like clean objects. Not quite like unpacking, but the whole object of the game is objects. And I was really excited because the Shape of Things looked so cute, and I had got it, I think, during the spring sale and saved it for a good time to cover it on my channel. And went in as a blind playthrough, and the premise is great. Basically, you're solving 3D puzzles of objects in order to figure out what the object is. However, sometimes it requires a lot of randomization, trying again and again and again to get the right configuration, because sometimes no matter what I did, the object in question would not match up. No matter how you rotated it, it would not match up. I don't know if that's a glitch or if it's intentional for you to have to keep randomizing it, but by the end of it, my hand was cramping so bad from playing it, the constant rotations, and it got harder and harder and more obscure. I just don't think that this was really the puzzle game for me, so the Save of Things is going to get on their rating from me. Sunhaven. This game has a lot of controversy surrounding it, because of how the devs have treated DLC, and also how the devs have treated their artist. So I feel like I'm walking on lava just by even including this game. But I personally have gotten a lot of enjoyment from this game because it does offer a lot of accessibility features and just quality of life features that a lot of farming games just don't. It lets you manipulate the length of a day. It lets you, make things harder or easier depending on your preferences. And I just feel like a lot of games would be better if they included features like Sunhaven has. So you can smear me all you want for defending the game if you want. In terms of their DLCs, yes, I have bought some of their DLCs. Their DLCs are strictly cosmetic. You don't have to buy their DLCs. I just thought that some of the pets and mounts were cute. For people complaining that the pixel art is lazy, pixel art, it's kind of a mixed bag because, like, I personally found the pixel art style of the DLCs charming. I do understand why some people may not like it or might think that some of the pixel art in the game looks clunky, but not every game is going to look the same, and there are lots of different styles of pixel art, and as someone who, has done actually a lot of pixel art over the years, it's really not a very easy, no art medium is easy, but pixel art is very tedious to do, and it's very hard to get it looking exactly how you want it to. And yeah, there is some clunkiness involved. So I admire any pixel art, no matter the skill level involved. And a lot of people's complaint might be, well, it's paid, so they should do quality control before they release it. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it. The DLC is cosmetic, and if you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. Just like if you don't like certain things about a game, don't buy it. I did buy the game steeply discounted. I did not pay full price. I didn't want to pay full price because I didn't really agree with some of how the devs have treated some of their artists in terms of providing credit. So I didn't want to pay full price for it, but at the same time, I wanted to play the game and buy the game. So yes, I played it. I enjoyed it. There, I said it. I'm so sorry if you don't like Sunhaven, but I actually did enjoy it. I do want to put it in the So Cozy category, but then at the same time, I can't support the devs too much, so I'm going to have to put it under the Pretty Cozy category. Campervan. This is a game that I have really sunk a lot of time into and did numerous videos of it on my channel. Excuse me. Yet another decorating style game. This time you're in charge of decorating your very own campervan. If you play the story mode, it's a lot like unpacking in that you're left to uncover the story on your own by interacting with the objects and seeing more or less objects taken away and added, and just kind of deciphering the story as you will. It's very heartwarming and wholesome, and I love the graphical style. The soundtrack is very relaxing. I really love the creative mode that just lets you go all in on decorating. They do have very frequent seasonal updates, and I've really enjoyed covering those seasonal updates on my channel. and I think that it's a great creative outlet and just a great game to de-stress with. So Campervan definitely gets a So Cozy rating for me as well. Cast and Chill. This is another game that can be either played as an idle type game or a active type fishing game. They recently released a local co-op fishing update, which I'm going to be bugging Sato to play with me, and hopefully we'll be covering the co-op update on our channel, on my channel soon. Sometimes it does feel like our channel, but it's a really fun little fishing game in which you and your doggy companion go out on numerous lakes that you can unlock as you go and fish up different kinds of fish. You can either let it idle in the background while you do things, leave it up and forget about it in order to unlock a bunch of stuff or sell a bunch of fish. It even has an auto sell function, so you don't even have to worry about selling fish. You could just, it just plays in the background for you, or you can play it more actively and enjoy it as a relaxing fishing game. This has some truly amazing pixel art. I'd put the pixel art in Cast and Chill up there with Kingdom 2 Crowns. There is so much detail in the backgrounds, in the water effects, in the fish themselves, and it's just amazing pixel art, and it's just a really relaxing game. I have zero complaints about it. They've had a lot of seasonal updates, and I do love games that keep up with seasonal updates, so that gets a So Cozy rating from me. Ale and Tail Tavern. This is another game like Old Market Simulator that I bought primarily for co-op reasons with Sato. We played the demo, we enjoyed it, so decided to buy the full version. It's really, really, really fun. If you enjoy a good tavern simulator game, of which there was getting more and more of them out there, this one's really fun because it's a first-person one, like Old Market Simulator, only instead of having a market, you have a tavern that later on can become an inn. There is battling in the game. I personally found the battling really frustrating and hard. I do prefer Cozy Keep's style of battling over Ale and Tail Taverns because I leave the battling up to Sato, and he was dying very frequently. He's usually good at battling in games. They do make it, I think, a little too hard to get access to more weapons, considering even if you're not out adventuring, they bring the battles to you because you get like raids on your tavern at night with skeletons or spiders. So there's really no way to avoid battling altogether in the game, which sucks. Especially since you don't really have a lot of weapons in the beginning of the game. But other complaints about the game would be sometimes, especially VIP customers, they will request items you don't have access to yet, or items that are really difficult to get, or that require you to kill high-level enemies or hard enemies. So that's definitely kind of a pain, and it takes a very long time to get them to leave. You can change their order a few times, but they do cap it, and sometimes you can have bad luck and still keep getting orders that you can't fulfill. So that's another complaint that I have about the game. Other than that, I love the soundtrack, the feel of it, the humor in the game is really charming, and it's just a really fun co-op game that you can sink quite a few hours into. I haven't tried the fishing. You know how I am with fishing mini games. Sato has said that the fishing sucks, but recently they did implement an update, which we have not tried out yet, which apparently makes fishing easier, so we'll be trying that out and seeing how the fishing is. This is going to get a pretty cozy rating from me because, as you can see, I did have some gripes in terms of it. But overall, really fuzzy. Really, well, there are fuzzy things in it. There's these cute little, like, owl bale assistants that you can have work with you in your tavern, but yeah. Really cozy co-op game. Firefly Village, a bite-sized farming sim. So this game, they do let you change the days to be longer, but in its default form, this is meant to be a very short form farming sim for bite-sized playing sessions. Very unique in that the map is small, it's very easy and fast to gain friendship, and farming itself is very easy. The seasons are very quick, lasting only a few days, and it's just meant to progress at a very rapid pace. The side quests and the characters are really fun and lovable. The soundtrack is really cute. I love the graphics. I mean, this is a really unique entry in the often oversaturated farming sim genre, so Firefly Village definitely is so cozy. Tales of CQ. This was a game that I personally kickstarted, and I just can't believe that this game is not getting more coverage, like more exposure. This has the makings to be a up there with like AAA farming sim titles. The graphics are amazing. The premise of it is unique in that you you are in rural Japan and you're living alongside a yokai. You could have relationships with and date yokai. That's pretty unique. That's pretty different. They're constantly adding new characters, new quests, and new furniture and clothing to the game. I mean, it is a very impressive looking game. I mean, the optimization is actually pretty good. It did have some optimization issues when I was first playing it, but those quickly resolved. The only thing that I personally have had issues with is the fishing. I do feel like the fishing is not very accessibility friendly, um, but there's so many pluses to the game that I don't feel like I can dock at a point for that. I do feel like they could stand to make fishing a little friendly out to those of us with less than able-bodied hands, but it is just an amazing game, so I'm gonna have to put So Cozy for Tales of CQ. Okay, next up is Strange Antiquities. I actually did a full playthrough of this game and got, I think, one of the better endings in the game. Actually, this past September, it was, I was playing it, was it October? May have been October. Yeah, October, and then some of the playthroughs lasted into November, I believe. I think. But yeah, Strange Antiquities, I was really excited about this game, as I had played and covered fully Strange Horticulture as well, and Strange Horticulture is just one of my all-time favorite dark or cozy games, so Strange Antiquities definitely followed suit. It improves over its predecessor a lot of quality of life additions. It just plays smoother. The puzzles are a lot more intuitive and easier to figure out while still providing a challenge. They just seem a little more intuitive. You want an antiquities shop instead of a plant shop. By antiquities, I mean basically haunted objects and like supernatural objects. Think Ed and Lorraine's like museum, if you're familiar with that, basically. So you are in charge of all these haunted objects, and people will come to you and give you haunted objects, or give you side quests to find haunted objects, or um, give you requests looking for like a haunted object to like maybe remove a course or give someone a course, and sometimes or maybe not courses, maybe like help someone with an ailment or allow someone to be invisible or improve someone's hearing. So a lot like Strange Horticulture in that game they wanted plants, in this they want objects. So there was a lot of adventuring really to be done on the map, lots of places to discover. I don't really even feel like I did everything in the game. There's a really cute Easter egg where you can actually find the Strange Horticulture shop in the game and get a plant from it, which I thought was really cute. I really can't wait to see what the devs come up with next in their Strange video game series, but I know I'll be purchasing any and all future games by them. And just like in Strange Horticulture, you do indeed get to pet the cat. So Strange Antiquities gets a so cozy had to start a new row waiting for me. Cozy Holes. This game was entirely off my radar, had never heard of it before, and actually got the key for free. Um, I ended up sinking so much time into this and did a video covering it. This is a really relaxing and fun and unique cozy game. for those really liking collectathon and adventuring style games, this is the game for you. Basically, you are setting out to discover objects, gems, ancient relics, ancient ruins, and all with your trusty shovel. And eventually, you unlock a radar and a dog that could help you find things. So there's just lots of little upgrades and things that you can find and stumble across in the game, and you can improve your shovel and your radar and make them more effective. Um, this is a really great game to just sink, no pun intended, hours and hours of time into, which I have, so cannot recommend Cozy Holes enough. So that goes into So Cozy. Tales of the Sile. This was a game that I actually pretty recently got, and I have really enjoyed playing it. I have heard so much negative feedback on this game from people complaining that there's not a lot to do, or it's boring, or it's slow paced, or the hobbits look weird, or it's janky, etc., etc., etc. The only negative feedback I have is there are optimization issues. It requires a lot of tweaking just to get the game to not lag, and then it's still gonna lag sometimes when there's rain on screen and stuff like that. It does overheat your PC. It overheats it like mad. There's really nothing that can be done about that. I'm hoping they fix that in a future update. But that's the only complaints I have, technical ones. I like the way the hobbits look. I personally might be weird, but I think they look cute. They look chubby and cartoonish and wholesome, and I like that. I think that if they looked too realistic, it wouldn't be as cute. I like that they're cartoony. I mean, if you've ever watched like the old Rankin and Bass Hobbit or Lord of the Rings cartoons, there is like a vague resemblance to the way they looked in those cartoons, and maybe that was intentional, maybe not. Maybe I'm just drawing in a connection there, but that's what I take from it, and I think they look cute. There is actually a lot to do in the game for those who are patient. It does take time to unlock things in the game. It took me quite a while to unlock clubs, but there's a lot of side quests and things to forage and meals to cook and things to unlock and livestock to unlock and decorations to unlock and decorations to put in your hobbit hole. There's a lot of customization to do. If those things aren't your cup of tea, then yeah, you will probably find this game incredibly boring. There is a story for people saying that there's not much of a story. There is, but you're a hobbit. You're not going to go off on, you know, epic adventures. Not everyone is Samwise I can't pronounce his last name. Samwise Gamgee? Not everyone is Samwise or Frodo, or Bilbo. So, yeah, you just live a cozy hobbit life and do cozy hobbit stuff. I love all the Tolkien references and references to not just Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, but his short stories. And I think that if you're a Tolkien fan or a fan of just cozy fantasy games that don't involve battling, you'll love this game. So, Tales of the Sire definitely gets a So Cozy rating from me. Space Sprouts, another game that I actually received for free from the devs. Thank you so much, devs, for allowing me to play it. I actually even received a sticker pack from the devs. 2 sticker packs, actually, that I have proudly displayed in 2 of my journals. So, yeah, super, super happy and proud of that, and so, so, so pleased by that. This is a really unique game in that it's a cozy roguelike or roguelite game. So, for those of you who don't know what roguelike games are, they're basically games in which you play and you keep restarting or failing at the game in order to uncover more of the game. So that's essentially what you do in here. You play as a character who is recounting their past and telling their past to, I believe, their grandchildren or grandchild, and telling them basically a story of what happened to them on a space station. And you unlock different things on that space station. You play with different stuff on the space station, unlock a ton of achievements. So if you're an achievement hunter, this is the game for you. There was a lot to discover and do Sometimes it can get a little frustrating because some of the stuff is a little hard to pull off, but you know, that's part of the fun of it. It's just figuring out all the silly stuff that you can unlock and do in this game. So this one definitely has a so cozy rating for me. I am a little sad to hear that the devs won't be working on it further, and that they're moving on, excuse me, to a new game. But you know that's the way it goes sometimes, and I feel like there's really nothing they could have added to this game anyway. And the next one is, I cannot make that title out. Just let me look at my Steam library and I can find it. Galactic Galaxy. So the next one up is Galactic Galaxy. This game I actually kickstarted and it has been a lot of fun. It's basically more or less a sci-fi Animal Crossing New Horizons. That's kind of the feeling I get from it. Maybe with a little bit of Pokemon mixed in, because there is some monster raising involved, but not battling. The monsters actually help you with finding or doing things in the game, and I've really had a lot of fun with it. It's cute. It did have lag and jankiness and optimization issues in the beginning, but those seem to have resolved themselves. And it is just really a really fun game. There's a lot of customization, there's a lot of furniture and clothing and side quests. There's just a lot to unpack in this game, and I really can't recommend it enough for fans of cozy life sims, especially if you want a unique setting. So Galactic Getaway definitely gets a so cozy rating from me. Next game on my list is Fae Farm. So this game I actually intended to play last year, but finally was gifted this and played this year. So Fae Farm is another game that I know a lot of people have complained about. There's nothing to do. It's boring. I'm sorry, maybe this just isn't the game for you. I personally have enjoyed it. It has a lot of accessibility features. And it's just plain easier than a lot of farming sims. I mean, I love the chubby characters. Everything's like really cutesy and relaxing. And it just feels easier. I mean, it doesn't feel as high stress sometimes. Farming sims sometimes can be a little stressful. This one isn't really stressful. There's really like no requirements set on you, and it's just a relaxing all around game. I really enjoyed it. I haven't unlocked a lot of the later game things. I don't even think I'm mid-game. Progressing in this game is very slow. I really do actually not mind the combat in this game. It's pretty easy, and that's a rarity for me, and I really don't mind the dungeons either. I really like the dungeon progressing in the games, and that you have to craft something in order to kind of quote-unquote save your place in the dungeon. So that's an interesting mechanic as well. It's very fun. The only thing that makes me sad is that I apparently had heard that they will no longer, I guess, be supporting supporting co-op in this game, or that the servers were going down for co-op. Makes me sad because I never got a chance to play co-op in this game, and now I don't know if I ever will. But other than that, I've really enjoyed this game. So, Fae Farm gets a so cozy rating from me. Hidden in My Paradise. I really love hidden object games, and I'm surprised that I actually didn't get more of them this year, but this was, I guess, the major title that I did get this year was Hidden in My Paradise. I remember I had played the demo for it, and I actually really enjoyed the demo for this game. I love the chubby graphics, the fact that you can create your own levels or download other people's levels and play them is just really amazing. The devs are actually working on another game, a future one, so definitely check that out as well. It'll be somewhere around the same lines as this one. And it's just a really cute hidden object game in that you actually have to interact sometimes or move objects around to find other objects beneath them. And it can be challenging. Some of the levels are very challenging, and there are a lot of levels, even before delving into user-created ones. So, it also has a cute gachapon system where you have to keep opening up little gachas in order to earn new items that you can use to create your own levels. So Hidden in My Paradise gets a So Cozy rating for me. Oh, two more games. Tiny Garden. I kickstarted this game, and I'm really happy that I could support the dev, but I think this is a classic case of I thought it was gonna be different, and it wasn't. um, so I did cover the demo of this game, and I believe I covered the full version of this game too. I think I may have. But Tiny Garden is a really cute game in which you have this little Polly Pocket style garden that you can decorate with stickles, and it's a puzzle game. You plant plants and flowers and trees in order to kind of combine them. My phone going off. In order to not to combine them for my phone to go off. In order to combine them to get new types. So if you've ever played those merge games on like Facebook or on your mobile device, it's basically kind of like that. It's really fun for the first few hours, and then for me, it started to get tedious because it's just combining over and over and over again. I realize that's the whole premise of the game, and it's cute because you can decorate a little room, a little house in the Polly Pocket. I did enjoy it. I don't see anything wrong with the game, and I personally don't have any complaints about it, so I don't really know how to rate it, because this was just a classic case of it's a great game, but it's just not my cup of tea. Like people who complain that they don't like Faith Farm will complain that they don't like Tales of the Sile. They're good games, but they're just not the games for them. Tiny Garden is a really good game, and I recommend it for puzzle game fans. It just wasn't a game for me. So I will put Tiny Garden under, I guess, Pretty Cozy. Seeds of Calamity is the last game on this list, and sadly I only had a chance to cover it once on my channel, which actually was for a live stream, and my internet kind of messed up on that, so I wasn't able to live stream it as long as I had wanted to. But I'm hoping to cover this game more on my channel in the future, in the coming year. This is a really fun and unique farming sim with a unique fantasy-based medieval setting. Lots of quality of life and accessibility features, really charming pixel art. I really love the soundtrack in the pixel art. For some reason, it reminds me of like the old Ultima 7 games, if anyone's played those, just as a farming sim. It has turn-based combat in the dungeons, which is a first, as far as I'm aware. I don't know of any farming sim with turn-based combat. That to me is a huge game changer in accessibility, because I can actually take my time with the battles, and I can actually just like get up and do something in the middle of the battle, and there's no repercussions for that, so I love that. I love the magic system. I do really like the characters. I think a lot of them are really unique, and I have zero complaints about this game. I mean, I haven't sunk as much time as I would have liked, but this, I think, could be one of my favorites from 2025 as well. And I really love the addition of the riddles that you can, like, stumble across in the game. There was a lot of things to find in this game and things to do. This definitely isn't a game where people can say there's nothing to do. There is always something to do in Seeds of Calamity. So, if you're a fan of Fields of Mystria or Stardew Valley, definitely check out Seeds of Calamity, because it's another unique entry in titles similar to that. So that concludes all the cozy games that I've played in 2025. Now granted, I have played a lot of demos in 2025 that I didn't cover on this list. This was for full versions of games. I've also played a lot of games that weren't considered cozy in 2025 for the first time, such as horror games, because I'm a huge horror gamer, but only decided to cover the cozy titles. So I will be linking all these games in the description below. And hopefully, you know, you can find a game that you hadn't heard of or that you weren't given a chance before, and maybe my mini reviews might lean you towards the direction of trying one of them out. So, again, my opinions expressed in this video are just my opinions, and they're not the truth of whether a game is good or not. You know, that whether a game is good or not is entirely subjective. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see all of you on the next one. Happy early New Year's, you guys. Bye.